Hello again. Here we are in a moment together. I wanted to film a very ambitious late winter TBR, a little to be read, like will she, won't she, can she read this much? Don't know. Okay, these are the books that I'm planning on reading. I am in the middle of reading a couple of them already, so that makes me feel extremely ambitious and like very like, wow, goal getter, wow, boss babe, is she just doing it or what? Okay, so the first book, and maybe the only book that's just like on my mind right now, I can't think of any other book, is this Ignore This Target sticker, 30% off, but it sure was 30% off, is Love Pamela by Pamela Anderson. It's her autobiography. I'm trying to rip the sticker off right now. She didn't want a ghostwriter. She was like, the only way I'm doing it is if I just do it in my own words and the way I want to do it. And I love that. I am completely just captivated with her story. Homegirl has been through a lot. It's intense. Like, she suffered abuse as a young person and even like in her adult relationships. But as a young person, like, what's my deal as a child? But it's just really good. And she just seems sweet and cool, and I just love her. And I'm reading it, and I'm probably gonna finish it this week, and it's just good. Next one, this one is Finding Your Voice, a practical and spiritual approach to singing and living by Carolyn Sloan. I am a singer. It's been a long time since I've sang in front of people. I've tried off and on to like really go for it. And I just have a lot of fear, I think, that goes beyond like normal stage fright. I have a lot of like, I have a big history with it and things that I've been through with it, and I'm trying to like work through those things. I have a lot of fear with it, as I said. So this just seems like a kind of holistic approach. I didn't remember that I had this. I have no idea where I got this. I just happened to see it in a stack of books in my room, and I was like, I'll just read you the back. A quote from the book is, "A voice is like life. When it is freed and allowed to resonate in its natural channel, beauty abounds. If it is forced, manipulated, or controlled in any willful or arbitrary manner, the voice, the life, withers and eventually loses its innate energy and dies. We are our first song." So, I don't know. I was just like, maybe this will be cool. Next one, okay, I have wanted to read this for a long time, and this was such a find. When I lived in New York, if you live in an apartment building, people will just leave stuff in the lobby or like out front. You can find a lot of free stuff. You can give a lot of free stuff. And this is Zami, A New Spelling of My Name by Audre Lorde. And I've really been wanting to read some of her stuff, and I was able to get this for free. And I started reading it like a couple years ago when I got it. And the first part of it is so like, there's a story that she goes through in Staten Island. I don't know if it's the first one, actually. Frickin' Staten Island. Anyway, I just am really excited to read this, so I'm glad I have it. This one is Why Bother? Discover the desire for what's next. What are you about? I don't know why I picked this up. Let me see. In Why Bother, personal growth expert Jennifer Loudon challenges you to open your mind, your heart, and your life by following where the question leads. Through reflection and stories from others, she demonstrates how to bother when it feels impossible or like too much work. Okay. Whether after personal defeats, that says professional. Whether after professional defeats, heartbreak, illness, or life-changing loss. She shows you why you must prioritize what's calling to you at any time of your life, especially when you've sidelined your dreams to raise kids, pay the rent, or take care of aging parents. And crucially, she shows you how tapping into your deepest desires can give you the energy to move forward, even when the world seems in such dire straits. It's time to reclaim the dignity and beauty of your desires. It's time to get your bother on. I don't love that last line. It's time to get your bother on. And I hope this book doesn't say like bother too much, because that'll get to me. Anyway, I know nothing about this book other than what I just read to you. So let's see. Okay, this is a book that I've been wanting to read for a while. I've read most of Bram Stoker's Dracula, and I really want to finish it because I also love the Francis Ford Coppola movie. Oh my gosh, I watch it every Halloween and I'm fully obsessed with it. I love it so much. Gary Oldman in that movie can get it. and he is in various forms. And he could probably get it in various forms. So, what am I saying? Okay, this is Caramilla by Joseph Sheridan Le Fanu. This is not the cover that I wanted. It's a very intense cover with a lot of different kinds of bat faces on it. But it's, I guess, what Dracula was inspired by. Hold on, I have some fuzz by my eye. Huh? Am I getting it? I don't know. Maybe it's my hair. I think it's with a lady at the center of it. I don't know much about this either. I saw this in a Noelle Gallagher video and I was like, oh, that sounds amazing. But I can't remember what she said about it other than it inspired Dracula and it's a lady as the vampire. I think. I don't know anything about it. Anyway, I'm looking forward to it. I'm very interested in this book called Wintering: The Power of Rest and Retreat in Difficult Times by Catherine May. A beautiful, gentle exploration of the dark season of life and the light of spring that eventually follows. Let's see. Wintering is a poignant and comforting meditation on the fallow periods of life, times when we must retreat and care for and repair ourselves. Catherine May thoughtfully shows us how to come through these times with the wisdom of knowing that, like the seasons, our winters and summers are the ebb and flow of life. Just sounded really nice. You know, doesn't that sound nice? I don't know about this like orange and blue on the cover. It's not making me want to pick it up, but I think I heard an interview with her on maybe NPR and it just sounded really interesting to me. So what a perfect book for the winter of right now that's happening. It's winter. Ugh. Okay, so I'm on a journey with my apartment right now. I'm like fixing it up. You can see the leopard print. You can see this mirror that I hired a TaskRabbit to put up for me because I can't, I'm not the one for that. Slowly kind of getting it together with my apartment. And this is House Magic. And it has lovely, beautiful things in here about like, you know, making a calming space, you know, using stuff to sage your business and I don't know, your moon signs and all this stuff. And I just, every time I flip this book open, I just find something delicious to read. I'm just like really in the mood for it now, you know, I'm nesting, I'm just sort of embracing my life as it is right now and trying to also mitigate that with the things that I want for the future. And I'm like, okay, how do these things fuse? And I think they sort of come together. The road from one to the other is like by injecting my present life and my present circumstance with an intention. And so, and you know, glamour and lusciousness and all the things that I want. So I was like, yes, I'm gonna read this book and enjoy it. Anyway, actually, I just thought of a little thing about the moon signs that I want to call my best friend right after I film this video. And I want to read it to her. So get ready for that, Allison. Okay, this is another Noelle Gallagher recommendation from one of her videos, The Secret Lives of Church Ladies. Quote, tender, fierce, proudly black and beautiful. And I'm just like, also this outfit on the front, the stees, can we? And it's a book of short stories, which I don't usually do. I'm not into that because I feel like short stories for a person that is an overthinker, it's not a nice thing. Usually they're like disturbing, right? Am I reading the wrong short stories? I don't know. I think I need to read you the back, right? Okay. The Secret Lives of Church Ladies explores the raw and tender places where Black women and girls dare to follow their desires and pursue a momentary reprieve from being good. Come on. The 9 stories in this collection feature 4 generations of characters grappling with who they want to be in the world, caught as they are between the church's double standards and their own needs and passions. There is 14-year-old Jael, who has a crush on the preacher's wife. At 42, Lyra realizes that her discomfort with her own body stands between her and a new love. Oh my God. Oh. Okay, as Y2K looms, Caroletta's same time next year arrangement with her childhood best friend is tenuous. A serial mistress lays down the ground rules for her married lovers. In the dark shadows of a hospice parking lot, grieving strangers find comfort in each other. With their secret longings, new love, and forbidden affairs, these church ladies are as seductive as they want to be, as vulnerable as they need to be, as unfaithful and unrepentant as they care to be, and as free as they deserve to be. Are you kidding? What? I have like chills running down my back. That sounds so beautiful. So I'm very excited to read this. Also a little bit just, I'm like, I hope I like it. I don't know, like, I'm open to it. Let me just say that. I'm open to it. I usually say a hard no to short stories because they usually freak me out, but this sounds amazing. Did I say who it was by? The Secret Lives of Church Ladies by Deesha Philyaw? Deesha Philyaw. And then last, I have these two. So, oh my gosh, do you see this? Borders 30% off. Borders, RIP, oh my gosh. Okay, so I did get this. I remember I've had this for so long. I've had this since college or before college. This is Aphrodite, a memoir of the senses by Isabel Allende. Look at her, oh my God, so cute on the back cover. It's like a sensual exploration of the relationship between like eroticism and food. Let me see. Okay. A personal ode to the pleasures of food and sex, Aphrodite celebrates the sensual life with joy and imagination. Allende's exuberant storytelling powers and a naughty sense of fun make this a memoir, an irresistible treat for the senses. So how I'm reading this book, I also have the Spanish version. So I'm teaching myself Spanish, or I'm learning Spanish in my own time, in my own way, en mi manera. So there are like recipes in here. I remember it being really beautiful, and I saw this at a little bookstore in Spain. I was in Marbella with my dad, and I was just like, oh, like, wouldn't it be cool if, and this was like way back before I ever thought like I would be learning Spanish. Realizing that I had these both, I was like, okay, I'm just gonna read like 2 pages at a time, write down all the stuff that I don't know, which is most of the stuff, and then, you know, see how it's translated. And reading a translated work, maybe it's not the exact same word for word Google Translate kind of a thing, but I think it'll be interesting for me and fun, and it has been so far in the pages that I've read in tandem, to just see how the ideas are expressed and see what I can learn from that. This is gonna take me a while. I'm really letting myself luxuriate in it, you know what I'm saying? I'm not pressing myself. So yeah, that's my TBR, my little late winter TBR. Let's see how I get into it. Let's see what the plan is for updating you on this. I think I'm gonna update you like in the springtime. Anyway, I hope you are having a wonderful night or time or whatever, and I will talk to you later, skater. Bye.